Hey guys, Wendy here. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Glad to have you here. Today we're going to do a little update and some book mail and book of the month, so stay tuned. Okay guys, so it has been quite a couple of days with the old PI here. Not to go into a whole story about it, I told you guys I got poison ivy because I weeded in the front of my house. Been living here 25 years and never had poison ivy that I knew of, but I have a new flower bed and I have weeded twice in that area and on the side of my fence that had the same, what I thought were weeds, and so I was exposed twice. And this was my first exposure, so it was pretty bad. Been suffering, not sleeping, scratching it, all hours of the night, just horrible, no sleep. And it reached its peak last night. I went to urgent care. She gave me something that didn't help. I gave it to a dermatologist assistant first. She gave me something that was total crap, didn't help. Finally, I went to my doctor today. I had to take off from work and just go. I wasn't able to see him this weekend. I didn't have an appointment, or he wasn't open. I forgot what. But he's like, you should have went to me first, blah, blah, blah. So he gave me some really super strong cream, and he said it's awesome, and so far it is. So guys, cross your fingers and pray for me that it works, because I am at my wit's end. I will never touch anything in the backyard again. I don't care what it is. I will never touch anything without a hazmat suit on, basically, because this has been just horrible. So anyway, hopefully I'm on the mend. I think I am. So pray for me. So I have a couple of little things here that I wanted to show you. I do have my favorite blue box. You guys know what that is. And yes, I did open it because it's been such a horrible week that I really needed something to look forward to. So I didn't wait for you guys to open it. I apologize, but I'll show you exactly what I got in it. I got two books, as always. And first, let's look at this because it's one of my favorite things in the box. My books think I'm cool, love it. And then the first book I got, this book I was touch and go on because I love vampires, as I told you guys. That's like my favorite. I've seen like every vampire movie there is. I told you guys Christopher Lee is my favorite, most scariest, I think. But this was in here and I had to get it. So, Vampires of El Norte by Isabel Canas. And this looks like, I started reading it already, as you can see. I sectioned it off. I read this one at night, and I read my other one in the morning. But it says here on the blurb, as the daughter of a rancher in 1840s Mexico, Nina knows a thing or two about monsters. Her home has long been threatened by tensions with Anglo settlers from the north, but something more sinister lurks near the ranch at night, something that drains men of their blood and leaves them for dead. Something that once attacked Nina 9 years ago. Believing Nina dead, Nestor has been on the run from his grief ever since, moving from ranch to ranch, working as a vaquero. But no amount of drink can dispel the night terrors of sharp teeth. No woman can ease the childhood sweetheart from his mind. When the United States invades Mexico in 1846, the two are brought abruptly together on the road to war. Nina as a curandera, a healer striving to prove her worth to her father so he does not marry her off to a stranger, and Nestor as a member of the auxiliary cavalry of ranchers and vaqueros. But the shock of their reunion and Nina's rage at Nestor for seemingly abandoning her long ago is quickly overshadowed by the appearance of a nightmare made flesh. And unless Nina and Nestor work through their past and face the future together, neither will survive to see the dawn. So I think the cover is absolutely beautiful, and the back, love the colors. I think it's stunning. So yeah, that's that book. And the second book I got, and you know that I read his book, one of his books, and did a review on it, is Riley Sager's The Only One Left. And I heard great things about this book on BookTube. So this was my second pick. And it says, best-selling author Riley Sager returns with a deliciously twisty and addictive gothic chiller about a young caregiver assigned to work for a woman accused of a Lizzie Borden-like massacre decades earlier. Now reduced to a schoolyard chant, the Hope family murder shocked the Maine coast one bloody night in 1929. While most people assumed 17-year-old Leonora was responsible, the police were never able to prove it. Other than her denial after the killing, she has never spoken publicly about that night, nor has she set foot outside Hope's End, the cliffside mansion where the massacre occurred. Stabbed her father with a knife and took her mother's happy life. Oh, the first part I missed it. At 17, Lenora Hope hung her sister with a rope, stabbed her father with a knife, took her mother's happy life. It's now 1983, and home health aide Kit McDeer arrives at a decaying Hope's End to care for Leonora after her previous nurse fled in the middle of the night. In her 70s and confined to a wheelchair, Lenora was rendered mute by a series of strokes and can only communicate with Kit by tapping out sentences on an old typewriter. One night, Lenora uses it to make a tantalizing offer. I want to tell you everything. So this looks really good, and I loved the first book I read of his. So Riley Sager, I so far I really like him. Now for the book mail. So this book has been very famous around the last couple of months. It's been all over BookTube, and I haven't really read any fantasy books, and I did want to get out of my comfort zone. So I did get The Fourth Wing, and that is by Rebecca Yarros. This has been a blockbuster. I started reading it. As you can see, I sectioned it off, and I love it so far. It's my first fantasy book, so I got this eBay, and I just got this today. I waited a while. I got this on eBay too. I got Yellow Face. This has been going around Book Talk like crazy and BookTube. Rebecca F. Kwang. The Fourth Wing is 20-year-old Violet Sorengel was supposed to enter the scribe quadrant, living a quiet life among books and history. Now the commanding general, also known as her toughest Talon's mother, has ordered Violet to join the hundreds of candidates striving to become the elite of Navarre, dragon riders. But when you're smaller than everyone else and your body is brittle, death is only a heartbeat away, because dragons don't bond to fragile humans. They incinerate them. With fewer dragons willing to bond than cadets, most would kill Violet to better their own chances of success. The rest would kill her just for being her mother's daughter, like Zayden Riorson, the most powerful and ruthless wing leader in the Riders' Quadrant. She'll need every edge her wits can give her just to see the next sunrise. Yet with every day that passes, the war outside grows more deadly. The kingdom's protective wards are failing, and the death toll continues to rise. Even worse, Violet begins to suspect leadership is hiding a terrible secret. Friends, enemies, lovers, everyone at Baysgaith War College has an agenda, because once you enter there are only two ways out: graduate or die. So it looks really cool, and I love it so far. And then Yellow Face, it says, Athena Lou is a literary darling, and June Hayward is literally nobody. White lies. This is one hell of a story. It's just not hers to tell. When Athena dies in a freak accident, June steals her unpublished manuscript and publishes it as her. Sorry guys, I haven't slept, so I feel like I'm still like speedy. June steals her unpublished manuscript and publishes it as her own under the ambiguous name Juniper Song. Dark humor, but as evidence threatens June's stolen successes, she discovers exactly how far she will go to keep what she thinks she deserves. Deadly consequences. What happens next is entirely everyone else's fault. So this looks like a good book, and I couldn't wait to get it. It's only got 319 pages, but I'm excited. So there you go, guys. That is my wrap up for today. I am like running on fumes, but I had to tell you guys what was going on and fill you in. And filming this channel always makes me feel better. So thank you for that, and the opportunity to share my love of books with all of you. Hope everybody is doing well. I'll keep you posted, and as always, I'll see you later.